You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, Pop-Up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, and drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you.
Not to be a backseat driver, but can you say for sure you got the best monthly payment possible on your auto loan? Could it be that you might have gotten a better deal by shopping the loan at a few places and have a lower car payment? Next time, before you go car shopping, visit Communication Federal Credit Union first. Our auto loan experts will find you a perfect loan and get you the lowest monthly payment we can. Communication Federal, your auto loan experts. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Today, this breakfast isn't just breakfast. It might be the first McDonald's breakfast you're having at McDonald's again. This lunch might be a weekly tradition you hadn't had in weeks. And this dinner might be the first one you bought for not just you in a while. Whatever this order is for you, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Get more of the chicken you love with a delicious McChicken sandwich for $1. And for an extra buck, add a refreshing Dr. Pepper. Dining rooms are starting to reopen in certain communities at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
The way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians? I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this. Ha!
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Holy crap, it's been so long since I've done a show other than a couple hours ago. I almost forgot what day it was. I was like, wait, am I playing a Wednesday clip on a Thursday? Oh, wait, no, this is Rick and Morty. We're good. All right, so yeah, anyway, welcome to Rick and Morty. We're live. It's KLRradio.com. Hope everybody's had a great Thanksgiving. My life has been completely up in the air for about the last 10 days, so I apologize, because shortly after I decided I was going to start a morning show, everything that could possibly fall apart has fallen apart, so I hope to get back to that beginning next week. First, I had a lot of behind-the-scenes troubleshooting work I wanted to do because I was tired of every time I turned around pulling up something and it sounded like trash. And I'm like, okay, gonna have to figure this out. I think I have a lot of it sorted out. It is still several different components having to work together, so it does occasionally still get cranky. I am working on upgrading that equipment coming the beginning of next year, hopefully. So maybe eventually everybody can stop saying, hey, we're echoing. Hey, we got this going on. Anyway. But it's
Jeff is saying you're barely audible.
Barely audible.
How am I, though, Jeff? Because I have not actually spoken yet.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Because it's like super loud in my ears and nobody can hear me. I don't understand.
So, or Jeff just lost his hearing. Could be you were playing in the snow yesterday.
Anyway. Well, I went ahead and gained my mic up a little bit, so now everybody tell me if they can at least hear me, whatever. Because, yeah, it's like super loud in my ears now, so hopefully it's not too loud in Ordy's ears.
Okay. Al says better.
Okay, I don't know what, anyway.
Okay, well, the entrance was actually pretty loud, so wait for us to balance out. Anyway, hi, how you doing?
Tired of fighting technical gremlins?
Well, I mean, come on, that's modern society.
It's an everyday thing, man. It's an everyday thing. I get things.
Even us Amish have to deal with it.
How much technical gremlin fighting can you do when 90% of your conversations are tin cans and string?
Well, what kind of string? See, y'all never think of that, do you? Is it twine? Is it... Jesus Christ, I just forgot the name. Is it kite rope? I just forgot the word kite. When's the last time anybody said kite? We're not like referencing some MMO where you're dragging the mob around the zone.
I was going to say, that's the most recent references I have to kite anyways, kiting, because when I first started doing MMOs, everybody was like, yeah, I kited these guys through like 3 levels. I'm like, what the does that even mean? They're like, oh, it means I dragged them. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Just say drag.
Anyway.
Stop making up words that don't make sense.
Hey,
hi.
I mean, once you get the reference point, it kind of makes sense. It's kind of like all the kids' slang words right now. They really make 0 sense to anybody but them. So.
Oh my God, you just did the gray.
I did the who?
You just did the, I'm old, I'm gray, get off my lawn.
I do that every day.
The gray pride. Yeah, true.
So, and this is something that has been bothering me because I saw a video earlier this week, and it really kind of stopped to make me think because apparently before the Gregorian calendar, there were several different calendars, and one of the original calendars was supposedly like 12 months with 20 some odd days in them. And I got to thinking about it because I started thinking of like all the prefixes of like most of the months. Like Sept is 7, not 9. Why is the 9th month September? That confuses me. December, DEC is Dec 10. So
see, you're overthinking it because all the months are named after.
But they weren't always though.
Okay, sure. But no, the perfect calendar is 13 28-day months.
And apparently at one point we had that.
Yes.
And then the Romans said, fuck you.
That's what the Romans always do. I mean, and then we lost all that time, all those years, because some emperor wanted to be... Anyway. Some pope wanted to be the 50th pope or something. We'll have to revisit that episode. I forgot the details. I forgot the particulars.
But yeah, so apparently there was a point in time when our New Year actually started in April.
Like the Chinese?
Yeah. And then we changed it.
Sure. Why not?
But yeah, so that started me down a rabbit hole and had my head spinning for like 3 days. I was like,
Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to do a Jux on that one then.
But,
Speaking of pre-show time decision, we will be doing a makeup Jux this weekend because we owe y'all so many. And this will be a tie-in with next week's Manorama. We will be discussing Freemasons this weekend.
You might get disinvited though.
those stone-cutting motherfuckers.
I don't know. You may not want to tell the Manorama guys that you're going to be discussing Freemasonry. You might get disinvited.
Actually, they're kind of hoping on it.
Nice.
Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? We do. We do. None of you watch The Simpsons. Fuck off. Hey, what's going on, Rick? What's grinding your gears?
You know how long it's been since I've actually watched The Simpsons? The most of the stuff that I know from Simpsons is like the most memorable stuff, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, that was from the Stonecutters Guild when Homer joined the Simpson universe version of the Masons.
Yeah, well, I either missed that one or slept through it.
Who made Steve Gutenberg a star? That's how old that episode is.
Nice. Damn, that is an old episode. No wonder I don't remember. I think I was like 10. Just kidding.
Probably.
I don't think I was too far off though. Gutenberg was like in his peak when I was like preteen, because I remember being all excited when the first PG-13 the first PG-13 movie that I ever went to was one of the Police Academy movies. And I think I had just turned 13. Yeah, I think it was actually the first ever PG-13 movie. I don't remember, but I think it may have been the first one.
I think that was both ways. The first Police Academy was the first PG-13, if I recall correctly.
Maybe I don't remember if the first one was or not. I know one of them was, because I was all excited because I was like, oh my god, I can actually go to that. I'm 13. So yeah, I wasn't too far off from 10 when Gutenberg was at his height. So it's no wonder I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I got to get this one out of the way. I'm developing a love-hate relationship with Musk. Sometimes he pisses me off, but on the whole, he's still doing pretty awesome. Today was one of the awesome days because he was doing. He was doing an interview. What's that?
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, because Oliver Darcy being fucking tater tot, doing Oliver Darcy things, trying to he's name shaming companies that still advertise on Twitter, and so in an interview today, they asked Musk about it. He's saying, "Oh, he's providing an anti-Semitic platform. How?" But still, they asked him about corporations pulling their ads from Twitter, and he's all, "Well, don't advertise. If someone's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself." Is that clear? I hope it is. Go fuck yourself. I love that man. I'll probably piss me off again in a couple days, but for right now, yeah, fuck you. I might actually subscribe because of that.
For right now, Orty is humping his leg. No, I'm just playing.
Now I'm on Team Musk.
Speaking of, I was actually so impressed by that statement today that all three of my personal and both of my business accounts are now subscribers.
Okay.
So, because
but the thing is, even if I subscribe, I still will never be able to join community notes.
Well, of course not. You have to not ever have been banned or twit mode.
Yeah, which is like, but even then, since he took over, most of my twit modes have been kind of bullshit. Yeah, it's been from obvious spam reporting, not from. I mean, right now I'm using retard as a comma, and I'm not getting in trouble. They've even just stopped saying normal people don't tweet like this. Are you sure you want to continue?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. They don't do that to me anymore either. For a while, they were like every other tweet. Normal people don't tweet this way. Are you sure you want to send this? And I'm like, send it. Yeah,
send it.
I guess after the fourth or fifth click, they're like, yeah. Kind of surprised there wasn't another one that popped up after like the fourth or fifth time, and it was like, we warned you, but we're going to stop asking now.
The last time it asked me, are you sure you want to tweet like this? I after it said, did we make a mistake? Yes. How are fucking retards supposed to know they're fucking retarded without me telling them they're retarded? It was how I replied to it. That's the last one of those I got.
Somebody read that note and was like, he's taking his life into his own hands, man. Just let him have it.
Right.
Just let him have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I saw that right before we came on the air with Toxic, because I've been pretty disconnected for most of this week, which is another reason why I really haven't done any radio. I was like, barely have time to do any research this week. But it didn't help that, like, Sunday and Monday both, I didn't sleep at all. I think I got maybe 2 hours combined sleep for those 48. I finally slept yesterday, so I feel pretty good again. But
I had a rough week last week. I popped my wrist, and it was just keeping me up all night.
I had something in my foot, like my big toe on my left foot. Well, my first two toes on my left foot were just like pissed for like 3 days. I'm like, I didn't even do anything.
You're so old.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're older.
Well, yeah, because I mean, last night I had a dream that my truck was actually a manual, not like my daily driver, but my work truck was a manual transmission. I had the worst leg cramp when I woke up this morning in my clutch foot. So
you shifted in your sleep.
Yes, I was. I think I was. So
yeah, one of my mom's boyfriends had like a 65 or 66 Chevy with the 3-speed on the column.
Right.
He tried to teach me how to drive that truck. It didn't work for me. My first car was actually a 4-speed Ford Escort, but it was the gear shift was on the ground, the column, and not on the column where it belonged. So it was easier.
I had a 76 Volvo wagon at some point in my life. The thing had the weirdest goddamn way of getting into reverse. So like you'd have your normal 5-speed, but if you wanted to go in reverse, it had this little knob thing halfway down the shifter that you would pull up and then put it into first gear, and that was your reverse.
Oh, my grandpa's truck was that way. He had like a 76 Datsun, and you had to do that with that one too. You had to pull up on it and push back up into first gear to get it to go into reverse.
It was so. It was like the most useless shifting skill. It's like 3 on the tree. Something you'll never use in any other vehicle ever. I mean, you can learn to drive a manual, and you're pretty good with almost any other manual. But the tree manual and that weird reverse thing, those have gone the way of the dustbin of history.
Yeah, I still think we need to bring back manual transmissions because it would make it so much harder for anybody to steal your car.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like all these stories in DC, like DC mayor is now giving out like the Apple Tag thing so people can track their cars. And I'm like,
because I guess that's cheaper than a cop. Here, go take the law into your own hands.
But yeah, I'm just like, couldn't we just bring back like our manual transmissions? Because then almost nobody would know how to steal a car at that point.
It's not often that I advocate for cops, but it's like, okay, guys, it's like, at the tree lighting ceremony, the nation's tree, or at least New York's tree, with pro-Hamas protesters fighting the cops. You know what? You guys might need some more cops.
I mean, honestly,
especially up at Dearbornistan, and
we just, I mean, there are certain times. There, is much bad press and everything that the cops get. There are certain times when they just need to be allowed to take the gloves off again. When you're fighting fucking terrorists, that should be one of those times. I'm just saying.
Ooh, this is fun.
What?
We haven't had a war in our hemisphere in forever. I think we were involved in the last ones. But yeah, Brazil is ramping up its military in response to Venezuela building up border forces to invade Guyana Escobar.
Did anybody else have the beginning of World War III on your 2023 bingo card?
Sorry, Guyana Escobar. He was the drug guy.
Escobar.
Yeah. But yeah, so apparently, I mean, as all things are, it's about oil. Chevron found potentially a shit ton of it there, and Venezuela, being the communists that they are broke as fuck, even though they're an oil-rich nation, so they think they need more oil because that will solve the problem. It's not the communism, it's the lack of plentiful oil that Venezuela has.
Come on, Ordy. Everybody knows Venezuela is not truly communist.
True communism has never been tried.
I laugh my ass off every time I ever hear that. I will say that, years ago, when I ran my own company, one of the kids that I hired, when he got old enough to start doing security work, and I helped him get his conditional license and stuff, for the 5 years that we worked together, dude was an avowed communist. Like, straight up had the fucking hammer and sickle tattooed on his arm. I touched base with him about 6 or 7 months ago. We caught up on Facebook, and he was talking shit about something. I'm like, that's kind of a weird thing for a communist to say. He's like, oh, dude, I haven't been communist in forever. I was like, holy shit, you finally pulled your head out of your ass. It's like, fuck you.
Hopefully with that tattoo. I mean, that tattoo's easy to fix. You just put a circle with a line through it. And here's the lesson, kids. Don't get a tattoo unless you're sure it's absolutely something you want to carry with you the rest of your life. Think of what you were into 10 years ago. You were fucking retarded 10 years ago, right? Don't do it. I only have one tattoo I regret. So I'm okay there. And it's not even that bad one. It's just, that's not part of my life anymore.
I saw the stupidest thing ever, and I'm hoping it was somebody spoofing something, but it was a chick that got her boyfriend's name tattooed on her forehead. I was like, I really hope that's not a thing.
See, then you're just forced dating guys with the same name for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna cheat, that's the best way to go. Never get in trouble for screaming out the wrong name. Wait, what is this? Woman in critical condition after being dragged across Costco parking lot by purse snatchers. Hey, that was in your neck of the woods. That's from California.
Of course.
Yeah, per our friends The Blaze, a woman wound up in critical condition at a hospital after she was dragged across a Costco parking lot when thieves grabbed her purse after a shopping trip. Police say the 37-year-old woman was putting away her groceries in the city of Industry on Sunday at about 6:45 p.m. when two men pulled up in an SUV. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, one of the men jumped out and grabbed her purse, but she refused to let go. She said that he punched her numerous times. Deputy Miguel Meza told KNBC TV that the woman was dragged between 40 and 50 feet from the suspect's car while trying to hold onto her purse. Oh, dude, facial fracture, abrasions, lacerations to her scalp, but she is but she's expected to survive, so.
Well, that's all that matters. As long as you live, and apparently kept your purse.
I'm just, it's bad enough that I don't even like my kids going anywhere anymore, dude. I'm just like, no, not unless I can go with you. And I live in flyover country, and it's getting bad here. Like, there was a shooting a few weeks ago, one of the last football games of the season. There was at Del City, I think it was Del City High School, which is not a great area anyway, but hell, it's like right in the area I grew up in, and I was like, dude, there was like a shooting at a football game in Oklahoma? Are you kidding me? The world really has gone crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I know Oklahoma's like serious about their football, but come on, guys.
It's a little nuts.
Commercial?
Yeah, we have just about hit that point, so we can do that.
See, look at me keeping the show rolling.
Yeah,
keeping the ad dollars in.
Look at you trying to be all professional and shit.
It's like I'm going to be starting my own show someday or something.
Well, you keep saying that.
I keep waiting for time. God, this nog is fantastic. By the way, brandy eggnog with a float of Di Serrano on top of it, perfect.
Oh, I hate you right now. That really does sound good.
It really is good.
All right. You're listening to Rick and Orty live right here on KLRMradio.com. We shall return. Stay tuned.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
Not to be a backseat driver, but can you say for sure you got the best monthly payment possible on your auto loan? Could it be that you might have gotten a better deal by shopping the loan at a few places and have a lower car payment? Next time, before you go car shopping, visit Communication Federal Credit Union first. Our auto loan experts will find you a perfect loan and get you the lowest monthly payment we can. Communication Federal, your auto loan experts. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Today, this breakfast isn't just breakfast. It might be the first McDonald's breakfast you're having at McDonald's again. This lunch might be a weekly tradition you hadn't had in weeks. And this dinner might be the first one you bought for not just you in a while. Whatever this order is for you, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Get more of the chicken you love with a delicious McChicken sandwich for $1. And for an extra buck, add a refreshing Dr. Pepper. Dining rooms are starting to reopen in certain communities at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Welcome back into the program, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rick Robinson. He is Ordy Packard, and you're listening to the Rick and Ordy Show right here live. We typically do this thing every Wednesday night at around 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock for the guy that lives in the past. And for me,
it's 7.
Oh, I'm sorry, 7. I did the conversion wrong. Don't judge me.
I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain clocks to you.
No, it's because I'm only used to subtracting 2 hours because of where I live. I forgot to subtract the third one.
Right. Because you said Eastern, so I get it.
Yeah,
but,
I said Eastern, was thinking God's time zone and screwed it up. Because, there is no other time zone but Central as far as I'm concerned. Just saying.
Well, you're wrong, but, sure.
From my perspective, I'm not. You live in the past. And the folks in the East live in the future. I'm the only one in the proper timeline and time zone.
You in Ohio.
Oh, anyway.
So, what else is on your mind?
Oh,
by the way, hang on. Ohio is real. They just want us to think they're not because that's how they're going to take over.
I was going to say Ohio is real. I actually traveled there to meet someone not too long
Yeah, but
ago.
you said you've been in Delaware too, so come on.
I was.
You were not.
I was.
Nope. Ever.
I did my freshman year in Delaware.
No. You did it in Eastern Maryland.
No, that's DC. If anything's not real, it's fucking Washington DC. It's basically just part of Maryland. Anyway, no, honestly, there has not really been much on my mind because, like I said, I've pretty much had to unplug for basically right before Thanksgiving because there's just been too much going on, and if I got too involved in politics with everything else that was going on, I was probably going to have a stroke. So,
You know. I mean, not optimal, but...
I was pretty excited to see that the next Doctor Who special only comes out in like a few more days. I figured they'd be further apart than they are. I was kind of happy about that.
You know what I found interesting? I know a lot of other theaters are doing it too, but it's kind of cool that mine is, where they're doing the Whobilation on the 8th.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what I saw? Everybody's favorite Christmas movie is going to be back in theaters again.
1941?
Die Hard.
Oh. My common mistake.
Wait,
Come on.
Wait,
1941's a classic.
What is this? Oh.
Us is Us.
What?
Berkeley is getting sued for long-standing, unchecked spread of anti-Semitism on campus. That is, it's fine. I'm finally glad this is happening everywhere.
It's right.
I mean, yeah. White Christmas? No, Die Hard. Miracle on 34th Street? No, Die Hard. Hello? Did I lose you?
No, you didn't. You didn't lose me. I had to respond to a text message. I apologize.
That's all right.
But so I guess the Blaze has different sections now because they have a lifestyle section called a Line, which I was not aware of. I guess. So apparently Jimmy Kimmel got crushed in ratings by a giant inflatable acorn.
Okay. I mean, sure.
So just going to read the first paragraph. As we polish off the last of Thanksgiving leftovers, yet another reason for our gratitude this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Parade got its biggest TV audience ever with a staggering 28.5 million viewers tuning in. Not only does this make it the most watched entertainment program of the year, it also surpasses some of NFL numbers. Lift every voice and sing Indeed. This auspicious win for humble, wholesome tradition becomes all the sweeter when you consider TV's biggest losers. Emmy's ratings hit an all-time low last year. The strike has postponed this year's broadcast until January. While the MTV VMAs couldn't quite crack 1 million viewers, a far cry from the 2011 peak of 12.4 million, most satisfying is the dismal viewership for this year's Oscars, which despite a 12% bounce to 18.7 million viewers, was the third least watched Academy Awards in its history. Last year's Will Smith Hissy Fit edition was the second worst.
The slappening.
I was like, dude, like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicked most everything else's ass. That just tells you how much people are just wanting to get back to normal.
Well, you know what? I mean, even, okay. Yeah, it's on in my house when I'm cooking and everything throughout the day. Yeah, I've got some of the olds over, and they love watching the parade, and then they'll go through a couple infomercials, and then the parade starts again, and then they're right back at it. And yeah, I mean, and you know what? They didn't give the Stop Oil Now people a second's worth of attention. You know, it's like they just let Grimace drive right over them, and you know, none of it happened in front of camera, so nobody knew about it, nobody cared. But yeah, that's great. I mean, you know, as long as we get the Rose Parade turns in those numbers too, nobody will catch a hint. But you know, it'll make us feel better.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody gets hints anyway. The funny thing is, the giant inflatable acorn they're talking about was actually a throwback from Ice Age. They used to have the squirrel and the acorn, and then both floats got retired, and they were like, "Hey, the acorn's generic enough. We can just put it up there by itself." I don't know.
Yeah, I know Kimmel did some cringy fucking bullshit there that day too. So, was it Kimmel or was it the other one?
No, I don't. Was Kimmel? I didn't think Kimmel was there that day.
They did some rock thing.
I have to admit, I only turned it on like halfway through because I was watching something else. I was like, "Oh shit! How did I forget about the parade?" And went and turned it on. Right about the time I turned it on, Paw Patrol floats were coming by, and Gracie was glued to the TV for the whole 2 minutes that was going on.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look, Papa, it's Chase."
I know. I see him every day.
I do, unfortunately, because that's usually one of the first things she asks me to do. Papa,
sure.
Can you turn on Paw Patrol for me? Sure, I guess. Whatever.
So, what are you watching?
Actually, I found the original Quantum Leap is on Peacock, and I've kind of been cherry-picking episodes from there. Found one today that I was kind of excited about. Season 2, episode 11, I believe it was, has J.G. Hertzler on it.
Nice.
I was like, wait, I know that guy's voice. And then I looked up.
That's Smart Talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I tweeted about it. I was like, hey, look who I found. And then somebody else pointed out that I guess he was on an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. He's like, yeah, he even had the eye patch. Check it out.
Nice.
So starting to wonder if maybe the eye patch was on for a reason, because there was a few shows that the eye patch was on. So it either became part of his gimmick for a while, or he had to have the eye patch on for a reason. I'm not sure which one.
What was goddamn? I just flashed back to Axanar again and how great that was. That's the Trek we should have gotten.
Yes, yes. And then Paramount had to go and fuck it up and be like, you can't do fan fiction that's more than 10 minutes long, and you can't do multiple episodes that are more than the original 10 minutes. Fucking assholes.
Oh, that's cool. Small bites. Keep them wanting more.
Well, yeah, but that just means that, like,
Richard Hatch. Yeah, it was. Well,
yeah,
like it was
when I saw Apollo, I was like, holy crap, timeline shift. What happened?
Well, you had Ty's wife from Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, drawing a blank on her name. You had Tony Todd.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. All the Klingons were playing humans, and
all the humans were playing Klingons. It was weird.
Yeah, it was kind of, yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, y'all are doing some shit weird.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the Trek that we should have gotten. I mean, I will say Strange New Worlds so far has done fairly well, at least living up to original Trek so far. Now I hear that they're going ahead with the stupid Starfleet Academy thing that's supposed to be like a spinoff of the dying Discovery, and I'm just like, there's a reason that show died, y'all.
Yeah, nobody wanted it.
Just saying, and everybody's like, it's only all the freaking Ku Klux Klan people that are pissed off that there's a black female captain. It's like, dude, we love Cisco. It had nothing to do with skin color.
We love Cisco. We liked Janeway. Shut up.
Yeah, I actually got kicked out of a Star Trek group on Facebook because I was like, first of all, I am a huge fan of Benjamin Sisko, and Catherine Janeway kicked ass. So don't tell me it has anything to do with gender or skin color. The writing was just fucking terrible. Yeah, needless to say, I got a note from an admin that I had been removed. Like, whatever. I don't need to be in your group, bastards. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the best thing about Discovery was season 2, which led to Strange New Worlds. I mean, that's the I mean, the first season was decent, except for the whole let's make the Klingons look like giant hairless rats. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was stupid.
And then everybody's like, well, it's just one of the sex of Klingons. It's part of that gene therapy thing. All the Klingons looked weird for a while. I'm like, no, dude, they made them look like giant rabbit hairless hamsters. The fuck? Just no. But I mean, and I get it. Every new makeup guy that when they get, especially if they get attached to something with the name and the level that Star Trek usually comes with, they're trying to find a way to make their own mark. So of course they're going to do something a little different. Hell, the Klingons never looked the same until Next Generation, and then they kind of stuck with it. Like, yeah. So because everybody was like, why do the Klingons always look so different? Just stop it. And then somebody didn't get that memo, and that's one of the first biggest gripes about Discovery. And it was also kind of the same thing of, this was supposed to be even a decade or so before Kirk, and the technology looked more advanced than Kirk's. I mean, that's always going to be an issue with this stuff when you start bringing stuff back that's like from the 60s. If you were going to do... I mean, honestly, if they were going to do it right, the first thing they should have done was rebooted the original so that they could bring everybody up to speed and not the Kelvin bullshit. Rebooted the actual original so that they could bring everybody up to speed as to what the new technology was going to look like. So everybody's not going back to the original series and going, why are the sets so much bigger? Why does that look so different? Why does Pike's quarters have a fireplace and a place to put his saddle? Because it's not 1967 anymore. That's why. But I mean,
as Jed Diazak said, they really packed him in on these old Constellation classes.
Constitution.
You know what? I was going to say Constitution. I said that doesn't sound right.
Nope, you had it right. But yeah, I mean, and that's one of the biggest things that everybody's like, well, why does the ship look so much emptier? I'm like, dude, the crew size doubled between Pike's era and Kirk's era. So, just saying, there would have been more space anyway. But one of the biggest...
Well, I mean, if you think of it, okay, so, during Kirk's era, they were almost at war with the Klingons. They were almost at war with the Romulans. Actually, they had just finished war with the Klingons. And they were just starting to ramp up the war with the Romulans. So, yeah, they were basically, military ships, even though they said, oh, we're for exploration. No, you're a battleship.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of like you saw this happen with Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine, the Federation went from more of on an exploration footing to a war footing. So the ships got more tightly packed. There was more room for weapons and extra shield generators and everything else, and all the crew quarters were smaller. I mean, hell, look what they did with the Defiant. The Defiant was the size of this section.
Yeah. And Bashir even commented on it. He's like, I'm going to go down to what is laughingly referred to as the sick bay.
Oh. I have actually been kind of piecemeal watching that one a little bit again, too. Just because.
Yeah, I'll throw it in. It's like, I've been trying to watch Sharp. I'm still on episode 1 because I've just been getting my ass kicked over. So I get like 5, maybe 10 good solid minutes in, and then I'm just zonked out. So yeah, I've been like jumping back to Deep Space Nine or Atlantis or something just because I know it's going to be background noise and I'm not going to make it through an episode. So I've come to terms with this. On weeknights, there's a very slim chance I'm watching anything, but on the weekends, I'm really trying to watch Sharp. Major Leonard answered with his life, sir.
Well, yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is, because, I've also been doing a lot more reading. I actually have been, I'm cheating. I'm also doing audiobooks, not just reading paper books, because sometimes if I can't find anything to watch or if I'm just needing to unplug, I'll turn on Audible and just fall asleep listening to a book. And that's been kind of interesting. I will say that usually the nights I do that, I usually get up and I have more energy than when I fall asleep watching the TV. I'm really starting to think that the subliminal messaging may be real. Just saying. But one of the things, and one of the books that I've been listening to lately, there's actually been studies about trauma responses, like people that are like under a lot of stress or have high anxiety. They will rewatch programs they've watched like a million times only because it removes some of their anxiety because they already know what's going on. I'm like, maybe that explains why I have to fall asleep to old shit. Because yeah, I have noticed anymore I can't turn on something new and go to sleep. That's actually part of the reason why I couldn't sleep Sunday night. I got hooked on one of the ones that I was telling you about. Was it this past Sunday night? No, it was another one. I can't even think of the name of it now, but it was only like one season. And I started at like 5 in the afternoon, and I could not go to sleep till I finished it. I kept trying. I was like falling asleep in my bed, like waking back up all anxious because I missed something. So yeah, I've determined I can't start new shows when I'm trying to sleep because then my you don't need to sleep gene kicks in, and I'm up for 2 days. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That's part of that whole used to barely sleeping at all and sometimes only sleeping 1 to 2 hours a day. If that gene kicks in, I'm screwed for at least a day or 3. And that's exactly what happened, because by Monday morning I was like wiped the fuck out. And then didn't sleep at all Monday night either. And then had a meeting on Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, please let me sleep tonight. And I was still up till like almost midnight last night, but I did finally get to sleep. Being semi-retired has fucked my sleep schedule. I keep trying to get it fixed, and it keeps saying, nope, we're not fixing. How do you like us now? Anyway, so what are you watching? Oh, you already said what you were watching. Never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but like I said, I mean, I'm like you. I'm kind of bouncing around with Deep Space Nine or Atlantis, whatever, just because they're nice fallbacks when you can't really,
Well, I mean, so the reason I started watching Deep Space Nine again is it was time for my annual revisit to Babylon 5. And
it's on a fast. I'm not watching it on a fast.
It's not anywhere.
It's on Tubi.
I looked on Tubi not too long ago. I couldn't find it. I'll have to look again. But that's actually why I started playing around with Deep Space Nine again, because I was like, it's basically the same concept, so I'll just watch this.
I checked a couple weeks ago. It was on Tubi because I've been doing a lot of Babylon 5 jokes and quotes and memes. So I wanted to watch it again because it's been a few years. And I'm not watching it on a fast. I had to watch it with commercials the first time. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, honestly, I've downgraded my Peacock package, but I still only get like one commercial instead of like 12, so.
Tubi's one of the worst. The worst is whatever one used to be IMDb refusing freebies.
Freebie.
Yeah. The reason why I hate it so much is because it puts commercials in like the bad spots. It's kind of like when you're listening to a KLRN rebroadcast and it just drops in commercials where they don't belong. Yeah. Freebies does that.
Yeah, apparently that's part of the ad optimization stuff. To make the most money off of it, you have to let them kind of drop them in wherever the hell they want.
Well, sure. I mean, I get it, but...
But yeah, it is annoying. That is one thing I will say I do like about Peacock, even on their... Because I did have their ad-free package for a while. I was like, you know what? You keep raising the price on this, so I'm going to go down to the next one, which is like $5 a month. But they'll put in... It actually goes... The breaks go where the breaks are supposed to go. Which is kind of nice, because even like on Hulu with ads and a few other things, they'll just kind of cut off part of the show, play the ads, and then you come back, instead of waiting for the actual, fade in, fades out for commercials. It's like, come on, guys. You should be smart enough to be able to tell the computer where to put the commercials. It's not that hard to tell. Insane.
I mean, shit, AI could figure that out in a heartbeat.
Nice. Well, it's not, that may be a thing soon, too. Dude, AI's getting nuts. Like, I'm seeing all kinds of programs. Like, I've been working... I have Michael Loftus's shows from Oklahoma. I got them sent to me because I'm going to start working on editing some of it down as promotional stuff. And as soon as my computer figured out I was doing that stuff, I started seeing all these free programs that have AI. We're like, we'll help you find the most blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I may actually be testing one of those out soon just to see if it's trash or not. But anyway, yeah, I guess Brad just saw the memo about tomorrow night because he just messaged me. He's like, "So are you guys doing the debate tomorrow night instead?" I'm like, yeah, I posted that like hours ago. Anyway,
I'm not getting my memos. Of course, I've been at work all day, so.
Yeah, what is this 4-letter word you speak of, sir?
Yeah.
Even
you know what, though? I fucking love my job.
Even Stacy messaged me. He was like, I can't do the show tonight. I picked up hours. I'm like, Jesus, the timeline really has shifted.
Right. Cross the streams.
But you said never cross the streams.
So, Juxed on Saturday.
Yep.
I'm excited about that. I'll make sure that Rancor's teams knows too. So but it's kind of funny is that while we were talking about that, we lined up the next video. We're going to do another Mandela effect. Yep. It's been
almost a year.
Over a year. No, it's been over a year. We were doing them Helen Handbasket, I just kind of gave her shit because she wrote about the Mandela effect like she'd never actually heard one of our podcasts. So I linked it to her, and then we were doing them pretty regularly, one a year near the anniversary date, and it's been a couple years since we've done it. It's been over a year.
I was going to say, I thought we did one pretty close to the anniversary date again this year, but maybe we didn't.
No, because that would have been September.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
because juxtaposition started. Hang on. Please hold.
I thought it started earlier than that.
It's site's such a pain in the ass to navigate. Kidding. My computer's running slow today.
What side are you trashing, sir? Better not be ours.
No, our site's awesome.
Jeff
I do some touch. First episode was June 1st, 2019.
Yeah, and you came on a couple weeks later, so.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the first Mandela Effect was episode 3. So
yeah, I guess we did miss the window this year. I usually try to do them about once a year.
yeah, we gotta do it more often.
I usually, if nothing else, if I can't find it any other way, I just go to Good Pods anymore because it has it right on the top.
Yeah.
First episode was this date. Usually runs
Well,
about
it's
this
like
long.
I had just had the window open because I was getting that episode for Hell in a Handbasket, and I just couldn't get that tab to open for some reason because reasons and other reasons. So anyway,
Lots of reasons and reasons and more reasons.
we got juxtaposition coming up. We've got we talked about doing a flat Earth, hollow Earth because that's becoming a thing again.
Dude, like, there's a YouTube guy that's made a small fortune off of convincing people that the world is flat. It's kind of weird.
There's flat earthers all around the world.
What kind of brought it back onto my radar? There's a dude that's insisting that the whole way that we view space is a myth because, and he's like, think about it. If they're really, and we'll get into this on the show, but if they're really launching satellites into space, why is NASA the #1 purchaser of helium around the world? I was like, first of all, I didn't know they were, so I'll be looking into that. I was like, but that's weird, if true. So who knows?
Yeah. I just got a DM from, actually it was a little bit ago, from Brad asking about the debate tomorrow too. So.
Yep. All right. Well. I think we should probably start wrapping up because I know you got work tomorrow, and I have a million things I have to do tomorrow too. So, yeah, fun times. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
everybody knows to find us.
Yeah.
Find us. We'll be on the debate tomorrow. As soon as I can get in. Then Friday you've got your stuff, and then Saturday we've got our stuff.
it starts. I mean, we'll start early like we normally do. But the debate itself doesn't start till like I think 6 your time, so you're usually home by about 10.
Yeah.
Ish.
Should be.
Now I've jinxed it though, so who knows?
So, cool.
All right.
I'll be there.
Well, we are going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for the abbreviated version of Chat Lives Matter Night. We had 3 hours instead of 4. But we were here. And I will not do another morning show until probably Monday. There's still a couple of things I'm trying to work on. But I do plan on trying to get back to full schedule again starting Monday. So stay tuned for that, too. Unless my world tries to end again. It's like a recurring theme lately. Who the hell knows? Bye, everybody.
Hell Hydra.
Send lawyers, guns, and money.